In today's lesson, we're going to take a tour of the Command dashboard so that we know how to navigate around our new real estate platform. So let's log into Command. Now, once we log in, we can see a couple things here. First of all, I want to point your attention down to the bottom where it says accept cookies here. We went over this in the last lesson about accepting cookies. Since we are in an incognito browser, we're going to click accept. And I know that when we do log out of the incognito browser, it will erase those cookies so that we'll have a fresh browsing session for the next time. But while we're on the current session, make sure you click accept. So a couple things to kind of take a look at. The first thing that we have here is some tasks that are due. Looks like I have a few that are behind here, but I'm not too concerned about it because these were all ones that I did for demonstration purposes anyway. And then in addition to that, one of the new features that was added just recently is the goals versus actuals tab that is right here. And that is going to take us through our goals and what we are actually doing. And we'll get into some of that a little bit later. And then you can also look at that not just for the month, but you can toggle it so that you can look at it for the year and see how those breakdowns look out. As we scroll down a little bit more, we can see what the database health is. Obviously, I need to work a little bit more on the phone numbers and the addresses and neighborhoods that I have set up in here as well. And then on the top right here, we see where it says product updates. That's going to tell us everything that is coming out this week. And then if we scroll down a little bit, we can see all the updates that were made last week. In addition to that, we can click the toggle right here where it says what's new, and then we can go and click to what's next. And then when we go to what's next, it's going to give us a list of everything that is expected to be coming out in Q3 and a list of everything that is expected to come out in Q4 as well. If we can look right below that, we have a notepad right here. And the notepad is basically just us writing a sticky note to ourselves. And so if I wanted to do that, I just click into the gray box, and then it brings up a word editor, and then I can type in whatever I want in here to help me remind myself or to take some quick notes on something. I can center these. I can underline and change the font color, put links in, bold, italicize, all that good stuff. So that is the notepad. Now, in addition to that, if I scroll up to the top here and I see the red KW box, if I click that, it'll open up a slider, which will give me a link to all the different apps that are inside of Command as well. So this one will take me back to my home page. This one will take me to all my contacts that I have in Command. This one is going to give me a list of all the tasks that I have. I can edit tasks, create new ones, etc. This is for the smart plans. And when I want to create a smart plan, I can go into here and set up smart plans for the people who are in my database. If I want to send out a referral, I can click out the referral link. If I have an opportunity that I need to track or create, or an offer that I have either made or received for a client, I can access that through opportunities. Campaigns is where I want to run social media ads. I can run social media posts. I can create mailers through here as well, and really get into creating some amazing marketing pieces that will allow us to generate some business. If I click on reports, that is going to give me a list of all the reports I have available to track and chart my business. If I want to create a marketing piece, so if I wanted to create a photo for a social media ad, if I wanted to create a flyer or door hangers or any kind of marketing materials, I can utilize the Designs applet to create some amazing designs right inside of Command. Listings is going to allow me to manage my listings inside of Command. Insights is going to give me the ability to create reviews about things that are in my neighborhood that's going to help me cement myself as a hyper-local expert inside of my market area and really provide extra value to the people who I'm trying to reach out to. Sites is going to allow me to create and manage my custom IDX site that is being offered to us through Command and Keller Williams. And then I'm also going to be able to create landing pages for properties and things of that sort. And then Listing Consult finally is going to give me the ability to create a listing consultation for my clients that is going to be dynamic, interactive, and really help, again, cement me as the neighborhood expert and try to win business in my market area. Now, if I'm on a team and I want to go from an individual to a team route, I can click the team and I can select the team that I'm a part of so that when I'm doing any interactions inside of Command, it will go to our Teams page. This button up here, this little storefront, if I hover over it, you can see that it's called Marketplace. And if I click Marketplace, that's going to take me into the web page that our third-party vendors will basically access Command and allow us to be able to go in there and sync up or integrate anything that we're currently using that's a third party into Command. And some of the applications that are available, if we want to get a list of all of them, we can click All Applications. So we can see Porch, First American Title, Google Nest, Market Leader Pro, GoDaddy domain registration, FreshBooks, if you're using Boomtown, Brivity, if you're continuing to utilize .loop. A couple different vendors that are already in place inside of the marketplace, and you can kind of check those out on your own to see where and what you'd like to add into your command. So I'm going to click the X to get out of here. One of the next things we'll see is this bell up top here. This is going to give me any notifications that have come in that I need to be aware of. Looks like I'm all caught up there, so that's good. If I click my picture or my name, it's going to give me a drop down to be able to adjust my profile, to go back to the marketplace, to adjust settings. If I want to get some command training or simply to log out, I can do that as well there too. And then finally, we see the question mark up here, and this is going to allow me to learn a little bit more about command. So if I want to, let's say, have a problem inside a command and I need some help, I can click the chat with support, and this is going to bring up a support bot, and I can type a question here. And if I type the question in, they'll give me a list of different things that I can get resources on. If none of the bot responses answer my question, I can click the Get in Touch. And then that will give me the ability to now initiate a live chat with a support person or leave a message so that I can get a contact back. So this is a really good tool in terms of if you have some issues that you can't get answers on, if your market center tech can't answer those questions and it's something a little bit more specific to something that KWRI is going to need to answer, this is going to be the best way to get in touch with somebody on those fronts. So I'm going to minimize that. I click the question mark again. Now let's say, for example, we're building command as agents, and if I have an idea or I think something could be improved, or hey, I want it to do this because maybe an old system that I was using did something that I really liked and I think it would be a good idea to add to command, I can click this post an idea link down here, and then that's going to open up a dialog box that's going to allow me to describe my idea. I can attach a file to it if I need to attach a file to it, and then I can submit that in to be reviewed, and maybe what I put in will get added into the command system so that I can really truly create the system that I want. Now, the final box here inside of the question mark was the Keller Williams University. So I'm going to click that link. And any questions I have about command, I can ask those questions. And that would say, for example, I wanted to learn something about Facebook ads. I could type that in and see what they have in here. This one just gives me a result where it says connect your application, so that doesn't quite have what I'm looking for. So I can either do one of a couple things. I can go in and I can click the link where I asked support from KWRI, or another route that I can go is I can click this little box up here with the arrow, and this is going to take me into a website that is, the URL is answers.kw.com. And if I click that box, you can see now it takes me to where I can get command support, CloudMore support. If I'm in leadership and I have a compliance or commission a question I'm looking to ask, I could do that through here. For agents, if I wanted to get some information about KW Marketplace, Kelly, Connect 2.0, or any of these things, I could do that. I'm going to take you into the command support button for a second because I think it's a really good one for you guys. If you go through here, pretty much any of the applets inside of command have a section here that you can get more information on. So if I'm basically looking at, hey, how do I really get started with opportunities? I can go to the opportunities section. I can click see all 30 articles. And in there, I can pretty much see how to do anything inside of opportunities that I might want to do. And then you have the ability to do that with all the applets. If I go back to command support, you can see it's not just opportunities, but contacts, settings, utilizing DocuSign, designs, task manager, sites, MailChimp, agent sites, access command, referrals, command feedback, campaigns, local insights. Going back to that question we had on configuring your Facebook social ad campaign, in that when we searched for that in that box, it didn't show up, but there is an ad obviously here. And then smart plans, reports, PieSync, listings, contact import, sign snaps, all the stuff that's in command has resources on this page. So we're going to go back out of here now, and then we're going to click the arrow to get back, and we're going to click the X to get out of there. And then that now takes us back to the dashboard. So in further lessons, we'll go over all these things in much more detail, but I just wanted to give you an overview of everything that is inside of command on your dashboard and how to navigate around to get inside of here. We'll talk to you in the next lesson.